Hey, this is Joe Doman of Joe Knows Real Estate, powered by RE/MAX Gateway. I just wanted to go through a few staging tips and tricks this week with you real quickly. Number one is clean, clean, clean. You want to make sure your house is spotless, sparkly, shiny, clean, clean, clean. Number two is you want to show your home in the best possible light. So when you're showing your house, you want to make sure all the blinds are open, all the drapes are open. Make sure there's at least one overhead lamp in each room so it can be well lit. You want to turn all those lights on when you're showing your home. You want to change out all those environmentally fluorescent light bulbs, and I know that we all love them very much. They don't help your house show very well, so while it's showing, just take them out and replace them with GE Reveal bulbs. And then there are always some burned out bulbs throughout the house. It never really looks good, so make sure you change some of those out too. The third thing you want to do is you want to make sure your home is odor free. So, if you have dogs or cats or, some other pet, you want to make sure that you have some sort of air freshener in there, that it doesn't smell. You don't have a whole lot of pet odor. That can be a turnoff when somebody walks into your house when you're showing it. You don't want any cooking smells or spicy smells. You want to use an ionizer or something, or make sure that you're using your hoods on your oven so it is absorbing those smells. You really don't want your house to smell like smoke. Some people smoke in their house and some people don't. It's really not a good idea. Certainly not a good idea when you're showing your home. And you don't want some air fresheners that are too strong either. Or too strong cleansers. So you want to make sure it smells nice. There are a lot of those Glade plug-ins and stuff that you can put throughout your house. There are also some nice candles that you can buy that'll make it smell really nice in there. Number four is you want to remove everything from sight. So you really, and this is a tough conversation to have with a lot of people that are listing your home, but your personal photographs, you really want that to be minimal. You want to take those out, your diplomas out. When somebody walks through your house, you want them to envision themselves being there. You don't want them to see your family there with all your family photos all over your house. Taxidermy. We don't really see this too often. Recently, I was in a home where they had a lot of their, like deer and elk and stuff like that in the house on display, which is great. You really just, it doesn't bode well for showing your home, so you like to try and minimalize that as much as you can. You don't want a ton of alcohol on display. And another thing that really is important is very taste-specific religious artwork or icons. You want to really minimalize the religious, the crosses or pictures or statues that you may have in your house. You want to keep that to a minimal, because you really don't want to. You want the buyer to come into your house, and you want them to envision themselves being there, not you being there. And you don't want anything like that to distract them from it. The fifth thing, on all your bathrooms and bedrooms, you want to keep all your personal grooming items out of sight. And I know that a lot of people have like those racks in their showers with, a bunch of different shampoos and all that stuff on there, shampoos, conditioners, a ton of product. You really want to keep that minimal. You really don't want any of that stuff in there. You maybe want like one nice shampoo bottle of Neutrogena in there or something like that. The sixth thing you want to do is you want to make sure all your closets are clean, neat, and tidy. And you want to try and keep them only 2/3 full. So I know that no one ever really has enough closet space, so a lot of times we have a lot of things that are stuffed into those closets. Go ahead and take them down and put them into some containers and store them away in storage, some of that stuff. So you may want to do it so it's seasonally. So maybe you have, your golf shirts or your sundresses or whatever it may be for the spring and the summer out, and then you put your winter things that you're not using as frequently in storage, into containers in storage. And the last two tips for today: you really don't want any items stored on the floor throughout your house. You want everything to be off the floor, except for your furniture and your lamps, whatever it may be. You want to declutter, and the last thing, declutter all your surfaces, including the kitchen countertops. You want those to be as bare as you can get them. I know that a lot of times people have utensils and toasters and blenders and all kinds of things on their counter. You want to take all that stuff away. Just like when you go into a model home, a lot of times when you go into model homes, it's very, very minimal. So you want to keep it as minimal as possible. And that's all I have for you today. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to shoot me an email at joe@joeknowsva.com or give me a buzz at 703-929-5716. I hope you have a terrific rest of the week.